was a bad girl. I'm doing bad things.
Tana.
Just keeping it real, the internet is coming brutal at you.
Yeah.
The way she said, yeah. Because, girl, wow.
Because it's the juice. And if you don't have the juice, you don't have it. So if you don't have the juice, you can't capitalize.
It has the juice.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That big fire. Yeah, she coming.
I have just woken up from the slumber of my sleep, the death of my peace as I come in all black. And of course, I go straight into the bad habit of immediately going to Instagram or whatever social media platform that you fancy when you wake up in the morning. And I see this video.
Like it or not, what's been in your head the last 3 days?
Not the song, but JOJO Siwa has been in my head the last couple days.
A dream guest on my podcast.
And I just started busting out laughing. Because, one, I saw the comment that you posted about Aaron Carter and his correlation with Diddy. And I remember the video that I posted on TikTok, and I believe it is on my YouTube channel, where Aaron Carter does bring up P. Diddy and Nick Carter visiting some islands. And it made me think about JOJO Siwa. And let me tell you why. The whole being a child star and then becoming an adult and just drastically going into,
yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooskash goosemash. You gave me the ooskash muaf, the smooshmash. Diddy.
Paul told me that he stopped taking his medications. I looked at his phone and he was looking at mom and son. He vandalized his mom's home. He broke all of her pictures and put salmon under her bed. His behavior is alarming and I'm afraid of what he'll do. I forgot to mention, I found Paul's stash of crack cocaine. He's been using for the past 6 months. He needs serious help. I kicked him out of my house.
And I don't even want to use the word emo because at heart I'm emo. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to break the mold of this goody two-shoes, this cute little child.
She was pretty much bred to be a star, like some sort of human racehorse.
Action.
Music is my life. I love all kinds of music. But Mom has a problem with some stuff on radio. So she gave me an iPod. Protection can't be cool.
That, you know, was on Disney Channel and had all these great things and little kids, you know, looked up to you, blah, 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 blah. And like I said in my previous video, I don't know what's going on this year. I don't know what's going on this year, but JOJO Siwa is a very interesting character at this moment. Is she not? Is it not baffling? I almost said weird. It's not weird. It's not weird, because if we look at the pattern of these child stars, this is basically what we see. They just break this mold. And, you know, kudos to Miley Damn Cyrus. She did it well. As much as at that time some people were just like, why is she naked on a wrecking ball? Ultimately, she did it and transitioned in a way that I think JoJo's maybe trying to do, other people try to do, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't seem to coerce, collide, conjoin, collaborate. I don't know, whatever C word you want to put in there. But as we speak about cunts, excuse me, as we speak about JOJO Siwa, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. And let me just say this. It's because she's still so young. You know what I mean? Like, she's still so young. Like, if we haven't really even hit the peak of, you know, 30s, mid 30s, you know, like, what is that gonna look like? Anyways, I digress. If you are brand new here and you're just now seeing me for the first time, it is almost 5:30 in the morning right now, and I just had this urge to just wake up and just start the damn day. But as I was saying, if you are brand new here and you are just now seeing my face for the first time, hello, my name is Pearl. We do reaction commentary, sometimes some compilations on this channel. If that fancies you, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. Now, we're gonna watch JOJO Siwa calls out Tana Mojo, and I don't know what this is. I don't know what she says. You know me, I go in blind to really give you a real reaction. I don't remember what Tana said about JoJo, and honestly, it made sense. It made sense to me. I mean, I don't know these people, right? But, you know, just us little people looking from the outside in, if you will, as we can't get into the club. It didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me at the very least. So let's hop in here, see what the hell's going on, and what's happening with her eye. I'm sorry. I will give you this, JoJo. I don't know what you would have morphed into if it wasn't this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really think, okay, well, let's say she didn't go this route. What would it look like? And I feel like the only thing I can correlate it to is maybe a Hillary Duff. But even then, at that moment, I don't see her wanting, caring, liking that type of vibe, energy. I just don't see it. But shout out to Hillary Duff, man. Shout out to the ones that have really just done it well, you know. I don't think we give them enough credit, and gotta come clean about that. Man, I love that song. Anyways, cover everybody with the blood of Jesus at this moment. Just do it, because this year has been wild.
In JoJo's eyes, she has succeeded, done exactly what she sought out to do with her Bad Girl rebrand, but the public has a different opinion and has been chewing her up online for everything that's been posted related to her.
I'm sorry.
But her close friends are sticking up for her, even calling out influencers choosing to join in on making fun of her. And that's exactly what happened when JoJo went on Nick Viall's podcast. Now, JoJo has been doing a lot of press in order to promote her new song, Karma, and she's become this meme as she...
And speaking of the press, this just... I gotta put it up again.
What's been in your head the last 3 days?
Not the song, but JoJo Siwa has been in my head the last couple days.
A dream guest on my podcast.
Because, honestly, and then she says, my ex, and I'm just like, girl, you have money, get into therapy, figure it out, get over it. And not to say, you know, love can't deter or can't deter your mindset. But my God, you are a public figure. Calm down.
She's been talking about rebranding herself into this bad girl, trying to be like Miley Cyrus during her bangers era. The problem is people are more so finding the whole thing to be a joke and aren't taking her too seriously. Either way, JoJo seems to be pretty happy because people are listening to the song, whether it's for good or bad reasons. But one thing she didn't like so much was that some friends of hers were joining in on clowning her. Nick Viall brought this all up when JoJo was on his podcast. The two of them are pretty close because they were on the same season of the show Special Forces together, and Nick wanted to stand up for JoJo in the fact that people were posting videos on TikTok sort of making fun of her new song. He called out James Charles and leader TANA Mojo, saying that he really just didn't like that they had done this. JoJo, however, did stick up for James,
aren't they like
she said that he had actually texted her prior to posting the video of himself dancing to the song, and she told him that it was okay for him to post.
Just keeping it real, the internet is coming brutal at you.
Yeah.
The way she said, yeah. Because, girl, wow.
No, they are.
We got TikTokers.
James Charles.
James Charles is talking some...
James texted me yesterday.
He texted you?
No, he texted.
After he mocked you?
So he texted her and he was like, do you care if I post this?
Oh, okay.
And he was like, do you care if I make a dance video to Karma? And I was like, please do. I was like, go in, like, poke fun, get the deal. Right. Well, here's the thing.
Well, good for him for calling, I guess, and asking for permission.
Honestly, James posts a lot of dance videos on TikTok, so honestly, when I saw this, I thought he was actually, like, seriously trying to do the dance and not so much making fun of JoJo, but Nick didn't like that he had done this, despite JoJo having been fine with it. JoJo did invite James to her song release party,
what is he doing?
Which also seemed like the problematic people of the year party, with Colleen also having been photographed at the event. But we already knew how JoJo felt about Colleen.
The internet can take a lie and run so far with it, so far, that it's to the point where you just can't do anything about it. And I've had that happen to me, and I know Colleen very, very, very well. And
very, very, very well. Yikes. How is that possible? How is that possible? I don't get that. You're too young to know somebody of that age very, very, very well. You understand?
I think the work that Colleen has done for the internet is incredible. I think her creativity is incredible. Miranda Sings is a character, is a comedian. And I think that it's very hard to be a character where people are also looking at you as you're a real human behind that character. And I think being a comedian is very hard because you were able to do things years ago that were okay, and now that we've grown and we've matured, we realize that they're not okay.
Who walks on? An extremely obese Asian woman with facial hair, and she walks on, and I'm like, please don't sit next to me, please don't sit next to me. Her like fat rolls are like rolling over onto me, and she was all over my, like, she was like, her body was engulfing my body. It's really awful.
You know what I mean?
As she has defended her plenty of times online since her cancellation, but certainly still isn't the best look for JoJo. As far as James, the two of them did end up hanging out over this past weekend and filmed a TikTok together where they're both doing the viral dance. But when it comes to Tana, she was not getting a pass from JoJo. Tana had posted twice using JoJo's new song, once with her boyfriend and another time where she was singing it and then had something to comment after.
Oh, wow.
I was a bad girl. I'm doing bad things.
Tana.
You think she's ever taken like a perk 30 and like cussed somebody out?
JoJo actually admitted that when she saw what Tana posted, she texted her about it because she was actually quite hurt.
I mean, here's the thing about Tana. I've loved Tana since I was 13, 12. And where I'm confused with Tana is I have been not friends with her, but we have been close, like homies. I did her podcast and it was like, we were talking about having like a fun night. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So for her to go do all that, she was mocking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I actually texted her. I just sent her own video and I said LOL. And she was just like, ha 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 ha. But I was like,
of course she did.
I think that's what I said. Let me see.
You didn't say what the fuck, bitch.
I think it's just JoJo being like,
give me my,
I saw this. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No, I hear
clocked, bitch.
I said.
But her being, ha 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 ha.
I said, first question, no. Second question, yes. Ha ha ha. She responded, ha ha ha.
And it seems JoJo was sort of insinuating that Tana was quite fake because she said that if she were to see Tana tomorrow, she'd be super nice to her face, but then she does stuff like this, which is questionable.
Funny, because Tana said the same thing.
Is
like Tana Mojo.
I saw Tana tomorrow. Like, Tana, like, JoJo, what's up?
Yeah.
But then to do that, I'm like, wait.
It's just to get the views.
That's why I appreciate that James reached out, being like, hey, do you care if I...
And you,
like,
but you don't? Why did you?
Well, for me, I mean, look, that's
if you had
it,
I mean, it does promote your song. James Charles does have a massive platform.
And in talking about the hate that she's gotten from all of this, JoJo admitted that it does hurt to see what some people are saying, especially if it's somebody that she knows.
You're putting your heart and your soul in this. You're literally paying for it, doesn't it? Like
it burns.
It hurts a little.
It burns. It burns. Yesterday.
Not it burns. It burns.
No, not yesterday. Day before. Day before, I was pretty upset about it. And then yesterday, I was fine all day. And then this morning, I was kind of a little, again, like in a want headspace. But I think that's just where I'm at physically right now. I'm just like, keep it pushing.
Now, when it comes to Tana, JoJo did do her podcast, but she did her podcast prior.
What do you think JoJo's mom thinks? Is she just like, she succeeded. Let her have fun. Let her go into this period. It's like I'm trying to think of, like, from a PR standpoint, right? What would have been a better way of doing this? Maybe doing a song with Madonna? Or Miley? I think it's just we need ease. This year has just been like, you know what I mean? And I think if it was just more of an ease, maybe it wouldn't be so, like, drastically like, are you okay? Is everything all right? And again, she can do whatever the hell she wants. Who am I to say that she can't? But it is interesting to watch. It's just like when you're driving on the highway, you see a car accident, and you can't help but just kind of just, and you should be driving. You should be going forward, but you just want to look.
To the entire defending Colleen situation. The episode came out after, but was filmed prior, so they didn't ask JoJo anything about Colleen or any hard questions, and Tana liked JoJo at the time that they were filming. It was fun, it was chill, but Tana got a lot of backlash when the episode came out because it was after JoJo had defended Colleen. Mm-hmm. She had to clarify the timeline of the filming, and later on, Tana sat down with Trisha Paytas and Jeff Wittick, where she was talking about this whole situation with JoJo and JoJo coming on her podcast and JoJo defending Colleen, and it was very clear that she was not liking what JoJo was doing, especially because Tana is very much Team Trisha these days, and it did not seem like Tana was going to further support JoJo after this whole mess, given what Colleen had done to Trisha and said about her and made fun of her and all that, and the fact that JoJo was supporting her. Tana was just like, nope.
Had her on a couple days later, and then I guess she went on Howie Mandel's podcast and Which is all Colleen Core
Had the
I
Howie
remember
interview
that
came
too.
out before she was supposed
That
to
was
come on
weird.
canceled, I wouldn't have done the episode, or I would have at least like bought a Borderline, asked her about it. Like,
yeah,
you know
it
what I
had
mean?
nothing to do with me, honestly. I was just like so annoyed with her because it was kind of the same situation like Scotty defending David. It was the exact same thing, like JoJo defending Colleen. When there's like hardcore evidence and facts, like she was kind of basically like everything is lies, and I'm like, no, but there's like facts that this is not a lie. This is an awful person.
There's videos.
So I don't know if JoJo just never saw that Tana talked about
I actually agree with that statement.
her with Trisha after she had defended Colleen, but it did not seem like Tana was going to be, at least publicly, saying anything nice about JoJo. Maybe she has behind the scenes, maybe Tana has texted
Look
her all
at that.
friendly on the low to make it seem like they're still
It's
friends despite what
just-
she's been saying publicly, and it isn't until now that JoJo is calling it out.
Complete
I mean,
180.
especially when it's people that you considered to be friends with. I mean, like Tana and James. It's like, I thought, you know, we were cool. I thought we were friends.
The way they keep upbringing James as if she did not clarify that James texted her and she was okay with it. But they just keep saying, you know, Tana and James. They just keep bringing up James, and it is so funny to me. It's like kind of like throwing it in her face, even though it's like, yeah, you agreed to that. But also, James, let's not forget that.
And like online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurts.
Yeah, Tana, I will say, that was confusing. James, I literally told him.
She just has to keep
James
repeating it.
Was literally at my studio last week. Like, that boy, I was like, please do it.
Yeah,
and he actually said the same thing with his song. He was like, if you want to make a TikTok and you want to blast me, he was like, go for it, because that will do good. It's all a game.
But I don't think he would, though.
Me?
I don't think he would make a video blasting him.
No. And I think he, for me, was just doing the dance trend. Like, it is what it is. Like,
I know, but I'm glad he asked.
I appreciate you as my friend.
But I wish he would have been like,
my defense.
I think I wish it would have landed better as a friend if he would have just,
Yeah.
supported you. And like,
Is she not defending James in this situation the way she defended Colleen? Is it not the same energy?
use his massive platform to like, give you a shout out. I wish he would have done something that didn't require him to call you up and ask for permission.
That's valid. That is valid.
That is valid,
Nick
actually.
was certainly going
That
to
is
continue
valid.
to be mad at James for JoJo,
I'll take
even
that.
though I think James promoting her song in any way was not about to be a good look for her, since he's controversial as well. But I get what Nick is
Bingo.
trying to say, and it does suck if someone you think is your friend is essentially asking if they can make fun of you for some views on TikTok.
He is somebody that I would consider a friend. You guys I would consider best friends. You know what I mean? Like, we're not on a level, like, if he needs to use my space, like, come over, like, happily. If we want to do a video together, happily. But we've never gone out to dinner.
Yeah.
I've never gone and hung out with him. We've only filmed together. You know what I mean? So it's like, I definitely,
Can I be mad at him for you, even though you're being super gracious?
No, really though, and you even stating that publicly is kind of weird, isn't it?
Sure.
But JoJo does say that this all has led to the song's success numbers-wise, and she's pretty used to the hate because this has been something that she's dealt with her entire life.
My song has gained so many creates daily on TikTok. The song charted before it's out. That doesn't happen. Like, there's so many goods. The pre-save number is gnarly, apparently. I can't complain. I knew that I was asking for this. I honestly,
Really?
I think that I didn't think it was going to be as successful as it is. I knew people were going to hate on it. I mean, that's been my whole
Successful?
life. No matter what I've
I
done
need to
since
listen to the
was
song. I
9,
haven't even heard it.
reads to me.
Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I think it was fun to hate. I think I was easy. I was an easy target. There was a lot that you could say, and I would feed it. If people said I was loud, I'd get louder. If people said I was annoying, I'd get more annoying. If people said, "Oh, your bow's too big," I'd wear two. You know what I mean? Like, I knew from a very young age how to market off of that type of commentary.
The hate has only built up more over the last month, and it doesn't seem to be simmering down
Okay.
anytime soon. One thing is for sure, though, and it's that she has made a statement, that's for sure. I mean, there's so many people who don't really pay any attention to pop culture in my life who have been asking me, what's going on with that JoJo girl? So she's got people
What's going
curious
on with
as
that
to
JoJo girl?
what conversation is surrounding her name.
she okay?
And I just wonder, will this lead into another song dropping soon, an EP, an album? What is her big plan here? I guess we'll just have to see. But for now, that is what JoJo had to say about some of the people in her life who she knows have poked fun at her. Let me know all of your thoughts about this in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video.
I am absolutely dead at the fact that this woman is just... I mean, kudos to her if she can stay strong through it. I'm sure she can, but it's just... I think my opinion is this a cry for help? And not to say that she's not supported, she doesn't have the money, she can't, because obviously she does, right? But again, as we see these child stars go from like teeny weeny bops that are just, you know what I mean, these role models, if you will, and then they just flip on this 180.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your donation.
I think a lot of us turn a blind eye until it gets to the point where it's like they're in rehab, they got in a car accident, they got DUI, they you know has done something illegal. Like it ends up kind of spiraling, and it's one of those things where it's like, is this the beginning of it? Is this the beginning of that transition? Is it the beginning of her calling out for help in ways that we see as a creative move, and then later down the road we're like, oh, this is not what we thought it was? You know what I'm saying? We have seen it for so long. We've seen it for so long. Like at this point, it's like, I mean, at this point, it's just research, right? It's just like, oh, well, I remember this person and that happened, and then it just went bad, and not necessarily bad, but it just, every person is different, and I'm curious to know, like, is this a cry? Is this a cry out for help, for unresolved trauma that we just don't know about, we can't see? I could be wrong, I don't know, but let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know, do you like JoJo Siwa's new appearance, her song? I haven't seen the actual music video. I only saw Jamari's video on it, where he just like showed like little clips of the music video. He didn't really play the whole thing, and that alone was enough for me to be like, all right, cool, not gonna watch it on my own time. Maybe we'll react to it, I don't know, but yeah, it's an interesting transition. I think I just never saw JoJo going in this direction. Not to say she couldn't, but didn't see it. Didn't see it. Not in this way. Absolutely not. Yikes. Anyways, if you made it all the way to the end, I greatly appreciate your time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did like this video, and I will see y'all all in the next one. I'm gonna go make me some breakfast because what time is it? It's 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna go make me an early breakfast. So yeah, you know what just came to my mind is the egg that I splatter on the pan is gonna look like her eye. I need to shut up. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Is there more?